Okay, so this is Print Monthly. I'm David Oscar. We're here at the Print Show and the Sign Show. We are now doors open, and of course, we're here with Director of the Print Show, Chris Davies. Hello, Chris.
Hi, Dave. You all right?
Yes, yep. So, how's it feel? Finally, the Print Show and the Sign Show are open.
That's fantastic. I mean, it's 12 months in the planning, building up, traveling the UK, getting all the exhibitors on. We grow it organically over the year, and it's fantastic to see the fruits of your labour all come together. You know, when you move into the hall on Saturday, this looks a million miles from what I did on Saturday. It's amazing what they can do in 3 days, and I'm so grateful to all our exhibitors who put on such fantastic displays.
And obviously, we were here yesterday with the build-up. Like I said, there's lots of big brands, lots of graphics. So what was the approach this year in terms of making sure that the visitor areas were really, vibrant and lots of interaction, as well as lots of the stands?
So as the organiser, we don't just leave it to the exhibitors to create a great experience at the show. They put on some fantastic stands, displays, some novelty things for the visitors to do. But the entrance, we wanted to put welcome to the show, walk under the arches, you've now entered the show. And it's also utilising signage, because it is a sign show. So we've done that. We've obviously had the big sign built specifically for us and suspended from the ceiling. The knowledge zone, again, another big area of the show to give content to the visitors that us as the organiser feel responsible to do. And we've had the screens put in, put a lot of time and investment into that area, because it is a big feature of the show.
And you said about the exhibitors there, so there's a lot of big brands here this year. So how important is that to have the support of all the big manufacturers and the big businesses within the UK?
We couldn't do it without the manufacturers. It would be impossible. The only reason why people come to these events is to see the manufacturers, network with the manufacturers, and obviously other industry professionals that they may be aware of. But ultimately, if you don't have the manufacturers, you don't really have a big enough pool. And we've got a fantastic lineup across the board, across the industry, and I can't thank them enough for coming. I've already had confirmation from a few they're already looking to come back next year based on how well the show looks, and there's already a buzz in the hall. This 10:30 in the morning, it's already getting busy.
And like you said, there's a lot of things for people to see. Is there any highlights for you in terms of what you would encourage visitors to come see, especially on the signage side, as this is the first year of the sign show? So why should sign makers and wide format printers come to the show?
I think over the last 5 or 6 years, I think there's been a lack of signage at exhibitions in the UK. The sign show is looking to put that right. When visitors come to the show, you will see actual signage. Not just the sign show, but also the print show. There's a lot of diversification. Yeah, we've learned from going to other trade shows around the planet that you've got to be cover all bases, jack of all trades. We've got so many different print, sign manufacturers. We've got substrates, suppliers. We've got the IT guys, obviously for the software side of things and stuff. And AI is now playing a big part of it. So there's something for everyone. But we're proud to launch the sign show. It's something our exhibitors have asked for. So as you work for obviously Print Monthly and SignLink, the SignLink audience, this is something they can get their teeth into more so than the print audience that have been coming for the last 10 years. We're hoping we can generate more science and graphics visitors over the 3 days.
And what's the biggest thing that you hope that people take away from the next 3 days when the show is happening?
Well, I'm hoping they'll see some new technology. We do have some worldwide exclusive launches at the show, so there is that. But there's some fantastic content on the knowledge zone, so I'm hoping they'll feel empowered and educated to really add more value to their own businesses, learn the trends, where to invest, and share stories of success so others can follow in your footsteps. It's the whole package. I think if you're in the print and sign industry, I think it would be you'd miss out if you don't attend. I think it's worth the trip.
And anything lastly you'd say for anybody who's thinking still of coming, or anything particularly you're going to be looking to do over the next 3 days, what would your final words be for anybody who's still on the fence or hasn't
if you haven't arrived yet, please do. We're open obviously Wednesday and Thursday of this week. There's plenty to see. There's over 120 exhibitors. There's a periphery of obviously people on the knowledge zone. A lot of demos going on. There's a lot of networking going on. There's also social events after the show, which the exhibitors have taken on their own back to take over. So there's a great opportunity to not only just see the kit, but actually network with literally the who's who of the industry that are here.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Chris. Yep.
Thank you, Dave.
And everyone, just make sure to keep an eye on all our socials on LinkedIn and YouTube for more news and interviews from the Print Show.